Like some fans think it's coming home, some it's not coming home. I mean, you can't please football fans, can you? One thing is for sure, a lot of fans will be waking up with headaches this morning because I think a lot of people celebrated crazy about last night's win. This is Eurogame Day breakfast.
They looked happy, didn't they?
Yeah.
The fans looked
happy. In all the box parks all over London, you see them all throwing I hate that, by the way, throwing the beers up in the air.
Waste.
It's just a waste, isn't it? What are we doing? Why are we doing that? I didn't come here to get soaked. Came here to watch football. Republic of Ireland legend there, Tony Cascarino, as well. You just heard there, England fans in Dusseldorf after the game last night, all speaking to talkSPORT's Harry Durham. We have asked you as fans to get in touch this morning. Let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling about the result last night. Let's go back to the phone lines. Ryan, the West Ham fan, is in touch. Ryan, what would you make of it all, Ryan? You just heard a couple of calls there. Some are happy that we're through, some still not happy about the way we're playing. Where are you?
Well, I've got to be honest, guys. Like, what I don't really understand is why we're not trying to do the business in 90 minutes. You know, you've got a team of absolute all-stars. Phil Foden has gone missing. I don't know if anyone else has actually seen him yet. If so, can they direct him back to Germany? Harry Kane hasn't had a shot on target in 120 minutes. He put the Pillsbury Pie Man on at left back with 15 minutes to go. Like, I'm not being funny, but Gareth Southgate wears a life jacket in the bath. He's like, it's ridiculous. You've got so many good players like Cole Palmer. He came like
look good again.
When he made the subs after Switzerland scored, those three subs come on, and what a difference! Cole Palmer, Luke, and as much as he is the Pillsbury Pie Man, Luke Shaw started stretching the defence. Cole Palmer started stretching. They allowed Bukayo Saka to actually cut in and have a shot on the left. You know, I've listened to people getting like annoyed about Kieran Trippier playing. Why? He is playing in a position. He is playing completely out of position, actually. A position where Bukayo Saka was meant to play, but he threw his toys out the pram and played right wing.
Thank God he did.
What? Well, yeah, no, I understand that, but like, what are we doing here? Why are we not going for it in the 90 minutes?
Yeah.
You know, they would have had half an hour off. They would have been back in camp or doing whatever they wanted to do for half an hour. Instead, they had to put themselves through taking penalties. And do you know what? I've got to take my hat off to Bukayo Saka. Wow. What a player. To have the gumption to stand up and put his hand up and go, I'm having one.
Yeah.
After the last Euros, what a player. And, you know, look at Ivan Toney's penalty. He psyched the guy out, didn't even look at any corner, just stared at the goalie.
Incredible, isn't it?
Like, we need those types of players that are actually going to stand up and be counted here. Against the Dutch, we're in trouble. You know, there are so many positives. Granted, we've got through to the semis. That's great. But we're not playing any type of good football. You know, I wonder if Gareth's been on the phone to David Moyes and getting, like, counter-attacking tactics off him.
No, that's really
just a joke. Like,
well, Ryan,
we're England. You know, we're England. Why aren't we trying to do it in 90 minutes? I'm not asking for 3-4, 5-0. What I'm asking for is a 1 or a 2-0 and look comprehensive. Look like you actually want to be at the tournament.
Ryan might have won our call of the day. No award for it, but you might have won the call of the day, Ryan. Look, I think he's made some great points, especially why are we not winning it in 90 minutes? And look, obviously, it's not that easy. This is tournament football, but there is this
international
feeling,
football.
there is this feeling of us playing with the handbrake up, though, isn't there? Sometimes when you watch England, like, we can do it. Like, as you said, when we went down a goal, all of a sudden, we're playing good football. So it's there then.
Well, it is there. And look, international football's not like club football. Yeah. I played 88 times for Ireland, and there were really weird games along the way. And yes, by hook or by crook, we got through certain games. Can everything be fantastic in international football? Of course it can't. You know, there's obstacles. Sometimes you come up against very well driven. Look, no one has transfers, do they? They can go and buy players at international football. You get given your players. You can work as hard as you can to set them up to make it as difficult as they can for the opposition. We did that to Portugal, Spain, England, whoever we played. Sometimes we just set up to really make it as difficult as we could for the opposition, and then hope we'd have an impact on them in other ways, via set pieces, a certain style of play.
All right, phone lines are still open, 03717 223344. You got to be quick, though, to get your calls in. All right, we focused a lot on the younger players who have lit up the Euros, and we've seen some fantastic younger players. I mean, Gula from Turkey has been incredible. Yamal from Spain has been amazing as well. But
Williams.
Have a look. Nico Williams has been good. A certain Jude Bellingham has looked okay as well. But have a look at the old guard. Players who are playing in their last tournament, just like this man.
119th minute winner. Cheers for Toni Kroos as he leaves the field for the last time. Germany out. Spain have beaten them 2-1 after extra time in the most thrilling and dramatic circumstances at the end of a classic game.
I mean, Toni Kroos, I mean, what a career. It's just outstanding. Like, his trophy cabinet is just phenomenal. And it's so good as well. Obviously, look, it didn't go the way he wanted to in terms of Germany being knocked out, but I think it's so good that he came back in to the international fold as well, because he's got so much to offer.
Well, there's a few of them. Obviously, the obvious one's Ronaldo, but there's Modric, you could also say. You know, Modric's been around. Lewandowski. What's Robert Lewandowski? Is he going to go to America in 2 years' time? The Polish team, he was injured this time, didn't play really any part. He scored a penalty, didn't he? But you know, great players.
N'Golo Kante.
Maybe again. Well. The French. Maybe. But there's a number of question marks over a certain. But they're great players. You know, listen, Toni Kroos, what he's done in his career is exceptional. Been a fantastic player for Real, that's for sure.
Yeah, Nicolas Pepe.
Pepe. He's the enigma of all of them, because he, at 41, has played nearly every minute of every game, and he's kept up to speed. There's been moments where younger, quicker strikers, but he does that thing of fouling people. Does it brilliantly. He'll get his arm across someone and might give away a foul. Not normally a yellow card, but he's the greatest dark arts player that I've ever seen.
What is it about? Because I've always felt, especially with this country, whereby players would get to a certain age and feel like in order to continue to play at a top level for their club, they would have to stop playing for their country.
Yeah.
And you look at all these players that we've just mentioned, Luka Modric, N'Golo Kante, Thomas Muller as well, Toni Kroos, who've played as far as they can for both. They've pushed it all the way, and you know, they're playing in competitive leagues, fast league. Kante obviously as well. Obviously just I know he's gone to the Saudi league, but was playing for a long time in the Premier League. What is it with players over here where it's a case of, okay, let's stop playing international football just because I've got to prolong my club career?
I normally think they're players that are probably not going to play for England.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? They're not going to be a squad player. I think not. You know, all the names you mentioned are not squad players, are they, for their international team? They're going to start. Yeah. So it's a little bit different. I think if Robert Lewandowski was just going to turn up for Poland and be on the bench, I don't think he's not going to go there. Yeah. You know, he's done his turn. He's done his stint. You know, and you could probably put, obviously Ronaldo's the obvious example, that he turned up. I don't think he'd have turned up this tournament to be a squad player.
Absolutely not. No
chance.
He was probably asked, and he's like, look, the only way I ain't coming is if I start, and that's probably why, And
non-negotiable
minutes,
with Ronaldo.
120 minutes not coming off, okay? It's in the contract. And so he didn't see him get subbed.
Was ist das? talkSPORT?